Hello, and welcome back to the Game Boy Color remake of Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior 1. Alright. Oh, skeleton. Oh shoot, probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, never mind. Ow, you still does 7 damage. Oh, okay. 25, 42, yeah, okay. Alright. Now come on, more skeletons. Of course, from where I am right now, just north of here is that stretch where in video 1 I thought I was going to grind up to after getting to level 4 and getting the Sizz Hurt spell, which I normally do in other versions of the game, but here, yeah, I'm just now south of that. Good. Just the enemy I wanted to see. 25 EXP, 42 gold. Dang it! Keep hitting that button. Still got a long way to go for the next experience level at 1300. Up there, or over this way rather, the cave you can see from that starting south of the starting area. In that, you can see this cave from there, but you can't get to it. Of course, you never have to go into that one. That's just some optional items. I don't even remember what's in there, as it's been ages since I bothered with that cave. I don't even think I went in there in my NES playthrough last year, since there's nothing you need in that cave. Slowly getting the money I need for the next upgrade. Of course, at that rate, it's going to be a long time. Actually, not too long. I only need another 105. Ah, shoot, I didn't want to do that. Dang it. Oh, well. Why not, I guess. Not what I had in mind, but I guess it never hurts to heal up. Like saving in some games. So many playthroughs on YouTube and streams on Twitch I'd watch where people are like, oh, I'm not going to save my game. Why should I? Then they end up dying. And I never say it because I'm trying to be polite. But in the back of my mind, I'm sure as hell thinking it. Haha, I bet you wish you'd saved your game now, Buster. Now that you have to redo everything you just did. Ha 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 ha. Since so many games die, you're brought back to the main menu where you load your save file from the last time you did save your game, having to redo everything you've done since then all over again. Grinding, boss fights, dungeons, everything. Metroid, Final Fantasy, Castlevania RPGs like Portrait of Ruin, Aria of Sorrow, etc., etc. So many games are like that. Dragon Quest games, on the other hand, you don't lose any of your forward progress. You just lose half of your gold. Which, in cases like right now, trying to grind up 800 bucks for another armor upgrade, losing half of that could be rather annoying. But at least I wouldn't lose all of my progress since the last time I saved my game. So, yeah. All of the experience levels I've gained, all of the armor and weapons I bought will still be there. Just half of my gold will be lost. That's one good thing Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior games have always had over other RPGs or other video games in general. These days, a lot of games like Metroid Dread, Dragon Quest XI, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom have autosave. The game saves on its own every so often. Six defense points improvement. Yep. Sell for a little bit of money the small shield or the leather shield. And then that's it for this town. Already have that. So nothing left to buy here. Don't have any keys to open that door. And with what's in there, even a few words of the town of Remold are southeast of here, and do have keys, therefore already have small or magic keys that can open that door. Personally, I'd wait until you get to at least experience level 12, and you therefore would have the outside or evac spell. Otherwise, you get all the way down to the bottom of the dungeon that leads to, get the silver harp, which is all fine and well. You will need that for story progress in this game. But if you don't have the outside or evac spell, as they call it in recent games, you'll have to walk your way all the way back out of there. I mean, yeah, it can be done, but especially if you're under leveled or, well, not really necessarily under leveled, but if you just barely made it there alive to begin with, walking your way back out, yeah, might not be good. So at least I always wait to do that until at least level 12 when I have the outside spell. Get all the way down there, get that item, and just warp my way back out. Besides that, some of those last couple floors, you'll be fighting stronger enemies like wolf lords or scare wolves, I think they're called in the newer versions of the game. Enemies you'd want to be at a little higher experience levels for anyways. So yeah, I personally recommend waiting until at least level 12 or 13 to go through that. Right now I couldn't if I wanted to, since I don't have any magic keys yet. Okay, anyways, heading east. To the next town. Okay. Of course, like I said in the last video, usually bridges are the borders between enemy domains. Cross a bridge and you're usually into areas with stronger enemies. Usually. This seems to be, at least for now, seems to be the exception to that rule. Except for up here. There's the next town. Now we're seeing stronger enemies. Well, stronger enemies than what were around the village of Garenham back there, where I bought the shield upgrade. Of course, theoretically, I don't even have to, well, theoretically, you don't even have to stop here. There's no required, quote-unquote, required reason to even stop here in this area. I mean, the village of Call here, at least, yeah, pretty much the name in all of the versions of the game, whether it's the NES original, the mobile / Switch ports, or even, obviously, this version of the game. One of the names that had never been changed, which for RPG remakes is quite rare. Usually it's a different name for every version of the game. The name of the town depends on what version of the game you're playing. But anyways, as I was saying, theoretically speaking, there's no required reason whatsoever to even step foot in this village. Except for somewhere in the game, I forget where. Nope, not in this playthrough anyway. I forget who it is and what village they live in, but somewhere, someone in the game tells you to search 4 steps south of the fountain in the village of Call, so 1, 2, 3, 4. The fairy flute. An item that you'll probably end up needing later in the game to get to one of the final villages. Unless you're like me and you just grind so heavily that by the time you get to that area you can defeat that golem that's guarding that town without using that item. But yeah, that's theoretically the only item you need from this town. Okay, where's the... Okay, that's different. Okay, that's different. In this version of the game, he's upstairs. In every other version of this game, he's right here, selling his items. Okay, why did they switch that? Of course, Iron Axe, I already have that from the last village of Garenham. Don't have that. Or that. Of course, the steel armor, or whatever it's called in the other versions of the game, will be sold in Ramaldar once you get down there. That won't be, but... Now, by the way... Nope. Can't go into wells yet. Even in the remakes of this game. That wasn't something that started until later Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest games. Alright, hello. Did a little bit of grinding off screen. Got a phone call and had to... Yeah. Anyways, as I was thinking about during my off-screen grinding, that background, I mean, here I am 3 videos in and I'm just now noticing that. What the hell's wrong with me? Where have I been for the last 2 videos? At 15 minutes of this one, or 17 minutes of this one. That background is nowhere near as colorful as it was in the NES original. I mean, and this is the Game Boy Color, the power of colors, so said the advertising jingles back in the day. In 98, was it? When the Game Boy Color first came out. And then you look at Zelda games like Oracle of Ages, where so many of the puzzles are color-based. Step on all the tiles to change their color from blue to red, you know, or those cube puzzles where you gotta push the cube into the right spot when the right color is showing. The Game Boy Color, emphasis on color, except for in the background screens for the battle. Anyways, yeah. Ended up editing out a few battles. Like I said, I had a phone call I had to answer. Then as I started grinding afterwards, I thought I unpaused the video until I looked on and saw that it was still paused. Oh well, so you missed some of the grinding. Not too much. Barely over half the amount of money I need for the next armor upgrade. Oh. Look at another skeleton. As I noticed during my off-screen grinding, to the point now where I'm doing just as much damage with weapon attacks as I would be using the Sizz spell, or Fireball as it's called here, which is good. It's like I was thinking during my edited out battles. Can save those MP that I would have normally otherwise used for hurt spells. Save that MP for healing. Makes this go a little faster, since I'm not having to go back to the end as quickly. Of course, now if the game would cooperate and give me nothing but skeleton enemies, that would be great. Okay, that's a start. Hey, he's only doing 3 damage. Okay. Of course, I am at experience level 9. Speaking of 701 gold, 299 more still needed. Okay, so I still need another 526 gold, 2,000 in total. For experience level 10, and the stop spell, or fizzle spell as it's called in recent games. Which might also be helpful in the area south of here, since you have those warlock enemies that could use sleep spells against you. If you're not doing enough damage to kill them right away. Yeah. Oops. Granted, that's a very isolated chance, but still a chance nonetheless that those warlocks, as they were called in the NES original, and yes, I remember that name, Warlock, because of a certain 80s heavy metal band, Doro Pesh, lead singer, blah blah. Anyways, yeah, me and my 80s rock references, I know. Remember that enemy name because of that band, All We Are, Fight for Rock. But anyways, Warlocks. Very slight chance, but it's still a chance nonetheless, as it has happened in some of my earlier playthroughs where they put you to sleep, and you'd stay sleeping until dead. You'd wake up back in Tantigo, Cantigel, whatever, in front of the king, and game over. Thou art as cold as a mackerel, or whatever the original dialogue was when they revived you. Again, granted, it was a rare occasion, but it had happened. In recent playthroughs, no, because of how much I grind before even heading in that direction. The fact that I've always had the stop spell by then. And this playthrough is obviously going to be no different. Because I'm not only going to get the next 165 gold I need for the next armor upgrade, but going to grind for the 3,000 I need for the next armor upgrade after that, before I go down there, so by then I'll be at level 10, if not level 11. Yeah, so I like being over-leveled in my RPGs. Anybody that's seen my playthrough should know that by now. Frick, some people like the aforementioned T-Kobold43 have even made a point of bringing that up in Twitch streams. Like the king of being over, however he put that. That's me! Always over-leveled in RPGs. Saves the friggin' annoyance of the increasing rate of random battles. How many of them there are, like I've said many times before. I refuse to make each and every one of them more tedious than they need to be by trying to fight them under level. If that's your thing, have at it. Have fun. Knock yourself out, figuratively speaking. Just leave me out of it. fact that I'm not a big fan of all that buff and debuff, you know, sap and boomful and all that kind of stuff. Freaking tension in Dragon Quest 9, 8, and 9 and 11. I'd rather just go into the battles over leveled and freaking tank my way through them. Screw all that buff and debuff and again, if that's your thing, have at it, have fun. But not me. I'll be the RPG tank. Get out of my way, I'm coming through. What? He didn't get out of the way fast enough. That's just... So it's like what? The Ice Cave in the first Final Fantasy game? Or what was that? Tower of Giant of Babel, I think it was in Final Fantasy 2/4. Early RPGs I played where I still... Or my entire first playthrough of Dragon Warrior 2, where I still had that habit of running from as many battles as the game would allow, and then getting to end areas under-leveled and having a nightmare time because of it. By the end of 1991, early into 1992, haha, get out of my way, I'm tanking my way through. Never having another Ice Cave experience again. Or frickin' Road to Rhone, or whatever they call the final area in Dragon Quest II and the more recent remakes, was originally in the NES, Rhone, R-H-O-N-E. That cave that led to it. Good God. That was in my first playthrough of the game just after the game came out in late 1990. The memories of that. I hated that game, as anybody who's seen my earlier playthroughs on this channel, how many times I ranted against it until I played through it again and realized a lot of my nightmares, a lot of my bad experience was caused from my own running from too many battles and making it that far into the game so under-leveled that it was virtually almost impossible. Last year I replayed the NES original of the game. And with my, grinding more adequately, it wasn't so bad. So yeah, to each their own. If you like the under-leveled approach, have fun. Seriously, I mean, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Whatever works for you, it's only a video game after all. Whatever makes the game enjoyable for you, you play it that way. Seriously. But for me, I'm the RPG tank. I over-level and power my way through. Enough said on that issue. Oh, dang it, I keep... Sorry about that, anybody watching this, I keep seeing that dialogue pop up. 3 videos in and I'm still doing that. Again, like I think I mentioned in the last video, problem is the button that usually is used to bring up the inventory screens is the button that on this version of the game does that. So out of habit, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. Well, of course you will, game. What did I say about random battles when you don't want them? Wink, wink. Six-point defense increase. Yeah, sell. Granted, I'll probably only get like, what was it? 300 purchase price, so I'll only get like 150 back. Yep. Oh well. So I now need 2,785 bucks for a total of 3,000. For that. Which I'll do off screen between videos. Because I'm not going to show all of the grinding necessary to get that kind of money. Even though the enemy gold and experience drops are just like the Switch ports of the game. Get money and gold a lot. Money is gold. Money and experience, I meant to say, a lot faster in this version of the game, obviously. Still, even in this version of the game, grinding up for nearly 3,000 gold is going to take a while. So, I'll do that off screen between videos. And by the time I start the next one, I'll have that $3,000 armor. So, as always, thanks for watching, putting up with my rants and my silly opinions, unpopular most of the times at that. And see you next time. Bye.